Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back! I am the Runescape Researcher, and today I'll be tackling a rather hefty topic. What is the mass of Gielinor? Now I can hear you all saying, how on Gielinor are you going to work this one out? Well, with the power of a few equations, I've got an answer. First, I needed to work out the force of gravity on Gielinor. To do this, I enlisted the help of my world's guardian. He reluctantly accepted, and off we went. First stop, the PVM hub. All I needed here was to see what angle and which speed an arrow leaves the bow on Gielinor. To do this, my world guardian attacked a combat dummy from 9 meters away. Yes, we are assuming each tile is 1 meter. It's about lined up and accurate with the player character height. The point of impact on the dummy was actually exactly the same height as when the arrow left the bow. This was very handy, and a fact that you'll see comes in handy in a minute. Once my guardian completed this test, I took his footage, put it into the editing software, and we counted frame by frame the duration of the arrow's flight. This was 0.3 recurring seconds, or 20 frames in a 60 FPS video. Now, for the angle that the arrow released at, for this I took the first frame and drew a straight line along my guardian's perfectly horizontal arm and another along the arrow's trajectory. I printed this off, used a protractor, and we found that the angle of release is 12.5 degrees. Using a fantastic tan equation, we were able to find the height difference of the start point and the midpoint. We plug all the known variables in to a tan equation and we come out with the height change of 0.492 meters from the initial launch point. Now, we know over the course of 4.5 meters it must decrease 4.92 meters in 1/6 of a second. So, using this data, we can actually use a Suvat equation, where you need 3 bits of data out of a possible 5, and with some rearranging, you'll always be able to find out the other 2. So, we came out with an acceleration and the force of gravity on Gielinor as 35.424 meters per second squared. Now, for those of you that are wondering what formula we used S equals ut plus 1/2 of at squared. All explained on the screen for you if you're not sure about it. So, 35.42 meters per second squared. Is that a large acceleration due to gravity? In fact, it's 4 times the gravitational force of our planet Earth. So, creatures on Gielinor, they must be pretty beefy to survive that. So, you may be wondering, why do we need to work out the gravitational force? And that I'm going to come back to, because first, we have a special mission for my world guardian. He needed to discover the radius of Gielinor. This is possible using compass coordinates. We know a compass should max at 90 degrees north, 90 degrees south, and then 180 east and west. My guardian needed to go on quite a long trip here. I did send him to the far south of Gielinor, and he needed to get all the way to the tip of the wilderness, counting his steps and checking the compass as he went. With this data, I'd be able to calculate the radius of Gielinor.
This experiment is baloney! Gielinor is not a globe. Don't you see? Look at the map. It's flat. And we're surrounded entirely by water. Why wouldn't there be boats from Prifdinnis to Port Phasmades if we were on a globe? There must be ice walls 500 feet tall, guarding the edges of the world.
Wait, I don't know who you are or how you got my guardian's comm orb, but if you paid any attention at all and saw the official Origins of Gielinor video, you would see that it is in fact a globe. It's got an orbiting moon, Zanaris. How would it be a flat planet with an orbiting moon?
It's all a facade, designed by Jagex to hide the truth from us. I'm telling you, this man has no idea what...
Right. What a bizarre individual he was. I just hope that's the last we hear from him. Where were we? Sorry, he's completely thrown me off there. Right, oh yes, of course. So as this was going to be a very long trip for my guardian, I knew he would need some food and energy along the way. I picked him out my finest super energy potion, and off he went. He filmed his entire trip. He's created a lovely little montage to show us how he went. So here it is.
This looks like a lovely place to rest. Let me just try out the researcher's recipes. Yummy! Well, I'm not sure how that happened. I'll see you soon, Def. You're telling me that was the fabled wilderness? Oh, well, that was easy.
Okay, so I don't know what happened there with my energy potions. I don't know quite how I managed to mistake them for aggression potions, but anyway, moving on. Despite those setbacks, I still have all the data required to work out the mass of Gielinor. From its data, I've been able to calculate that if we take the differences in coordinates as accurate, that Gielinor has a radius of only 1,833.5 meters. Now, I compared to Earth, checked the volume, and the volume of Gielinor is 41 times less. It's a tiny little planet. Gielinor's a small boy. So, yeah, I'm expecting mass will probably be, hopefully, about 41 times smaller. So, this radius comes very handy when we look at the following equation, and this is the equation we will be using to solve the mass of Gielinor. In the equation, we have the gravitational constant, which is 0.00000000006673. Other items include the large M. The large M is the mass of the planet. The R, which is the radius of, in our case, Gielinor. And the little g, which is the acceleration due to gravity, which we worked out earlier. As you may have realized, we've got everything. We can solve this. We can find the mass. So, I did some rearranging, plugged some numbers in, and we have the following equation, which gives a final mass. Gielinor's mass is 1,744,400,829,162 kilograms. Let me say that again. 1,744,400,211,479,829,162 kilograms. So that is 1.73 times 10 to the power 18. Now, compared to Earth, it turns out that is not 41 times lighter. It is in fact 3,442,486 times lighter than Earth. So, gravity is very, very strong on Gielinor. I was wondering, surely the density must be quite increased. And it is. The density on Gielinor compared to Earth. Gielinor is at least 1,000,000 times denser than the Earth. And for me, that makes me feel that maybe Gielinor is in fact inside a black hole. It explains a lot to me. It explains how we have bosses that we can kill over and over again. They seemingly come back to life. In a black hole, time and space are completely screwed, so this would be a decent explanation. It's also a case of, think of the trees! The trees! They die, and then a couple of seconds later, they come back! How is that possible in any normal physical, biological world. It must be a black hole. I'm convinced of it. Anyway, ladies and gents, I've had a chance to calm down there. I was getting a little bit agitated. But that brings us to the end of this fantastic experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly had a blast making it. And we actually came out with an answer. I can't believe we're that much lighter. And I'm going to ignore, I'm not going to go any further into that because I'm just going to go off on a tangent again. But anyway, I hope I will see you all next time. Hopefully with my World Guardian. I haven't seen him since he sent that montage in. I hope he's okay. I'm sure he will be. He looks pretty chill at the end there, so I'd expect to see him soon. Anyway, until next time, guys, toodle pip.